For as long as I can remember, Plano, Texas has been the staple of Dallas suburbia. Plano's one of those cities that was already great but continues to improve itself. So it's not uncommon to see Plano, Texas top many rankings, not only in the DFW market, but in the entire state and country. So today we're going to explore Plano's history, what it's like to live in Plano, also talk about affordability, employment, lifestyle, and the real estate. And we're also going to compare Plano to other cities in the Dallas-Fort Worth metroplex. So in other words, we're looking at everything you need to know about Plano, Texas. Plano's directly north of Dallas and used to be the outer edge of the Dallas-Fort Worth metroplex before Frisco, Littlewell, McKinney, Fairview, Allen, and Prosper came along. Plano's also very accessible given its proximity to major highways. You have Sam Rayburn Tollway to the north, you have the Dallas North Tollway from north to south, you have the George Bush Turnpike to the south, and you have Highway 75 running north to south. Now, if you're trying to get to Fort Worth and visit a major attraction such as the Fort Worth Zoo, it's going to take you about 55 minutes to get there. If you're trying to get to downtown Dallas to catch the Mavs, that's going to take you about 25 minutes. And if you need to get to the DFW International Airport, that's going to take you about 25 minutes. Now, I share those travel times because there's a lot of people that commute to Fort Worth and Dallas every single day. But to give you a more complete picture of traffic and travel times, check out how far you can travel within 30 minutes of Plano. This gives you a better idea of what you have nearby and accessible to you. So now that you know where in the world Plano, Texas even is, I want to welcome you to the DFW Homeowner YouTube channel, the go-to real estate channel for the Dallas-Fort Worth metroplex. My name is Jaime Resendez, your local realtor and team leader, able to help you make money in real estate whether you're buying or selling. And we're on a mission to reach every DFW resident, so if you can hit that like button, it's going to really help us out. All right, so let's get back to Plano because this is what you came for. Plano, Texas is a city in the Dallas-Fort Worth metroplex located north of Dallas. It's located in both Collin County and Denton County. The city was founded in the early 1840s as a stop in the Dallas-Waco stagecoach route. Plano soon became a thriving center of trade and commerce and was officially incorporated as a city in 1873. Today, Plano is known for its affluence and high quality of life along with its diverse population of almost 300,000 residents. The city's economy is anchored by a number of major corporations including J.P. Morgan Chase, Ericsson, Bank of America, and Frito-Lay. Plano is also known for its excellent public schools, which consistently rank among the best in the state. In recent years, Plano has been named one of the safest cities in America, and it continues to be one of the most desired places to live in Texas and across the country. So as you can already tell, Plano's where it's at. But let's dig a little bit deeper and check out what niche.com has to say, which interprets millions of public data sets and information on cities all across the country. In fact, niche.com ranked Plano as the number 5 best city to buy a house in America and gave it an A+ rating, having aggregated the 12 categories that you see on the screen. Now, we aren't able to go into all of the 12 categories line by line, so I'm going to leave a link down below with the full Plano report. All right, so here's where we really start having some fun when we start talking about recreation in Plano, because as mentioned earlier, Plano continues to reinvent itself, and it really pours a lot of energy and resources into the recreation part. So if you're looking for a recreation center, a place to work out, or go swim, or play tennis, Plano has your back. Now, if parks or trails are more of your speed, Plano has 85 parks and 98 miles of trails to explore, which actually ranks Plano Parks and Recreation number 1 in the entire state of Texas and number 15 in the United States. Now that we know a little bit more about the recreation and park situation in Plano, let's talk about something that's very important for every family, which is the schools. And here's the thing, regardless if you have kids or not, the school system really impacts you directly. Number 1, in property taxes, and number 2, in resale value. And not only is Plano one of the largest ISDs in the Dallas-Fort Worth metroplex, it's actually one of the most accoladed in the entire country. Plano ISD has 72 campuses. It received the highest standalone credit ratings carried by any school district in Texas. There's 94 languages spoken by Plano ISD families representing 129 countries. And last year had 103 National Merit semifinalists. Plano really is one of those cities that is known for its school system. Another city that's comparable in this education department is Coppell. But overall, Plano still remains the gold standard when it comes to schools. So if you want to see the full Plano Schools report, check out the link in the description. And while the recreation, parks, trails, and schools is super important for any city, we also need to address one very important question. And that, of course, is, does Plano have a Chick-Fil-A? Well, I'm happy to report that there's actually 2 locations. All right, so maybe not everyone values the Chick-fil-A situation as much as I do, but something everyone can rally around is real estate, regardless if you're renting or if you're a homeowner. Having an understanding of what the real estate market is doing in your city is crucial because it drastically impacts your quality of life. All right, so let's start off macro for a second. The typical home value of homes in Plano is $546,934. This value is seasonally adjusted and only includes the middle price tier of homes. Embrace for the following, the Plano home values have gone up 27.1% over the past year. That is well above over the national average of 18%. And if you look at the last 10 years, you see what the home values in Plano have gone through. Now, if you've been holding off on buying until prices came down, you might get your wish here soon. Now, the median home value of $547,000 may sound high for some of you, but it might also sound low for some of you. So that's not my position to judge. But what I do want to show you is what the median home values look like in the surrounding cities. In Frisco, the median home value is $713,000. In Allen, it's $557,000. In Parker, it's $1.07 million. In Murphy, it's $632,000. In Richardson, it's $468,000. In Dallas, it's $337,000. And in the Colony, the median home value is $434,000. So as you can see, there's some cities surrounding Plano that are less expensive to move into, and there's some other cities out there that are almost double. Now, I understand you might be at a place where you've been searching for homes every single weekend over the last couple of weeks. Or you might be someone that hasn't really looked at the real estate market in years because you already purchased your home, or this is going to be your first home purchase. So these median home values that you're seeing don't really relate to you because there's really no association to how much you pay versus how much home you actually get for that money. So I want to show you some homes that the median home value in Plano can actually get you. Now again, those homes that you just saw are in the median price range of $547,000. And if you want to know what that looks like from a monthly mortgage perspective, you want to check out this video right here where I show you how to calculate that in the Dallas-Fort Worth market. And it's very important that you watch that video because I really elaborate on what property taxes look like in DFW, which are among the highest in the country, by the way. But as we know, our quality of life isn't only impacted by the home that we're in, the real estate that we're in. There's other factors such as the cost of living. And in Plano, the cost of living overall is 13% higher than the national average. And one of the reasons that it skews on the higher end is because housing is 28% more expensive than the national average. And in utilities, you can expect to pay 14% more than the average as well. Now, you do get a break on your groceries because it's going to be 5% less expensive than the average there. And you also get a break with the transportation as it's 6% less than the national average. Now, at this point, you might be thinking, Jaime, Plano sounds like an amazing city. I want to live there. And if that sounds like you, fantastic. Check out the link in the description where you can connect with one of our top realtors. Now, if you like a lot of what Plano has to offer, but you're still not sure on the city itself, I want you to check out two comparable cities. Allen, which is directly north of Plano, and Coppell, which is off to the west.